Hey everybody, it's friend Sarmate here, back with another episode of Settlement Survival. Hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day today. I hope you had a great weekend. Thank you everybody who's been subscribing and watching the videos. I'm super excited about it. Thank you very much. And in this one, we are going to be getting into a little bit of clothing action, because you can see here we're sitting at nothing and we're in the red. So what we currently have set up isn't the greatest. So, you know, we have a couple hunters here. We have 2 hunters. So these guys are out getting leather. They're getting alpaca fur, but it's not like the greatest source. It's a decent source, but we're getting to the point now where we probably want to start getting into something a little bit more. Okay, so we have those 2 hunters and we have 2 tailors. These guys are running leather and alpaca wool. And it's working okay, but they can't really keep up with our demand. So what we did get is cotton. So we've been having some cotton farms going for several years now. We have a ton saved up, 6,000 saved up, and now we have plenty of tech points, 5, where we're going to be getting into a little bit more of some clothing processing. So I want to get into weaving. Let's get a textile mill. I do want to get silk. I think we have mulberry leaves. Let's check real quick. Even if we don't, we can get them super easy with our friend Carlos. We do have mulberries, so we're going to go ahead and get silk as well. Go processing and get silk. We might as well get wearable at this point since we have the points. So this is going to improve the quality of clothes and make them more wearable. Durability up 50%. Super good. So we're going to grab that. And then we do have 2 more points. We were kind of looking at education before, but it looks like we're going to need construction furniture for the prerequisites for this, but we don't have to get those. That's just for this. So I'm going to go ahead and grab both of these with our last 2 points. That's going to give us 3 more tech points because we got academy. I think we'll just hold on to our tech points for now. We have the 3. Let's work on this clothing situation and get this figured out. So there must have been a patch that I missed because there's a couple things that are looking a little bit different. So if you notice here, we have these 2 bubbles above our build menus, and one is decorations and one is structure. So you can see it shuffles all these things. Lighting, theme decor, items, facility, miscellaneous, plants, and decorative buildings. So if we check this out, we got all our street lanterns and all those things. And you can even do this now, where you lift this up and you can see everything all in one go. So super nice. I like that a lot. And we just take a look at theme decor. Looks like we got some iron boxes and crates and Easter egg thingy doodlers. A broken ship. That's cool. Broken dining car. I thought this was bunk beds. Quick glance. So yeah, that's cool. A couple more items. So a lot of old things, of course, but a lot of new things as well. I don't remember these sofas being in here. This mirror. I'm kind of wondering, like, what's the practicality of like this mirror? Like, it's neat, but it's kind of I don't know. So somebody who's more creative than me will come up with something great, I'm sure. A couple options for wooden fences. That's really pretty cool. We got some more miscellaneous things. A stack of books, cat statues, giant statues. How big is this? I wish it was a little bit bigger. 2x2, I guess it says right there. But yeah, so super cool stuff. Lots of things that they're adding to the game, which is great. I'd love to see it. Ooh, big old Sphinx guy. That's awesome. And then let's go back to our structures. And this is also organized a little bit differently. We go resources. We got forests. We got water, mine. So I think at one point I said that I wish it was organized like this, and I'm liking it. So let's get into our textile mills. We can do textile mills on the water, but we're going to opt to not do that. We're just going to plop this guy right next to our tailor, which is freshly built, this guy right here. And then what I'm thinking of with this is we're going to go cotton cloth. But of course we need to make the cotton cloth, and we're going to do that with our textile mill. So we'll get at least 1 built up. We'll probably do another one here. And then we can get into like a clothing factory, some more advanced things. Maybe that's what I should have built instead of just a regular tailor to start with. Yeah, we need some planks. So I'm gonna hit this. We'll upgrade our tailor. Oh, I can't hit it until we get the other planks. So what I can do is go over here and ooh, Carlos visited our town. Guess what? When I woke up this morning, there was another group of old men and women outside my house. They were kicked out by their kids. Still weeping there, and told me they haven't eaten yet. How can I feed so many people, by the way? Has your nursing home been built? Can I sign up for them? Thank you. Although we are old, we can still do something. Hope to spend the rest of my life here. The visit of Carlos. What does Carlos have to do with that? Interesting. So we got some more laborers, which is pretty good. I'm going to slow down just for a second here. We do need a nursing home. That's something that we can get into. We have the points. We only need 1 more. We have everything except for the building kits for this, which we could order. But it takes quite a bit. 360 is a lot. So we could do the nursing home. But I think we'll probably just build a couple more houses, and we'll probably just do a couple more apartments, especially if they're older people. Apartments will work just fine. So let's go ahead and let's see if I can do one in here. I can't quite get it to work on that side, so maybe we can get it to work here. We'll get this apartment going. We'll get another one. And oh, can we fit this in right here? Perfect. We'll get those guys going, and I'm gonna build one more. We'll go right across the road for this other one. So we have 3 on the way, and that should be able to handle all these people. And then of course we're gonna have to get into building some more of those guys' houses, so they don't have to live in the apartments the whole time. So that happened. And then what were we talking about? Oh yeah, planks. So I have this guy getting built up. I turned it on, so it's just kind of happening. So if we pause this, our planks are going to start piling up again, and our bricks will start piling up again, which is totally fine. I kind of want that right now. So we're going to start building using our planks. We had a cap of our fuel, domestic fuel, so I swapped this guy from making domestic fuels to making planks. So we're doing that. Let's go ahead and replenish that since we have a handful of laborers. I do want to sprinkle these laborers in, is why I wanted to take them especially. We have 4 reservoirs, but it's not quite cutting it for our water, so I left our big wells in. I'm going to put a couple more people into the big wells, and I think we'll get some more reservoirs in. I really like the reservoirs. I think they're pretty good. And I am upgrading one of our mines around here, this one right here, to a senior mine. We had the lamp oil, because remember we started doing that a couple episodes ago. Got our steel, and we got planks. So again, we need some more planks, so we'll let that get back activated. And we got people working in our quarry, which is getting 67%. It's pretty good so far, but we'll need to think about that here eventually. And then our 2 mines over here are out, but we do have 2 more over here that are not. Well, we have 3 over here, but 2 are working. We have iron, we have coal over here as well. So this is working okay. We have fuel factories working over here. I also put in the kiln and the sand pit, trying to make some more bricks, and it looks like this guy's waiting on some more refined fuels. So I'm wondering if we're having a wood shortage over here or something. We did just get this dense forest built up. We've had this one for a while, but I didn't have anybody to work it. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to put 3 people in there. I'll get them to work that. And then let's keep our laborers for now for when we get our textile mill, so we have somebody to work on that stuff. We're waiting for cotton cloth. We need to make that cotton cloth, so let's go ahead and get this thing sped up. I can't quick build in this game, so we just have to wait for the builders to get there, and that shouldn't be too bad. We can see we got 119 people who are running around without clothes, so definitely need to get that up. We've been having deaths in the wintertime because of thirst, and then like plummeting our labors, which has kind of been a pain in the butt to try and keep up with stuff. But I'm just gonna keep rolling with it, and hopefully we get some more immigrants here pretty soon. We're doing pretty well. I mean, we've seen rougher days in this playthrough, so we're just over 100 years. We're finally got our wood figured out, and then we started to get on track. Ooh, we got a ship here. Let's see what we can get into. So here's tool kits, not building kits, unfortunately, but they're gone anyways. Oh, so we talked about the mulberries. Let's get our... Does that count as food? I think it does. Dense orchard. We can grow some mulberries, and then we can grow some silk. So I'm kind of feeling like this is being our clothing area. So I'm going to go ahead and get that built, and then we can have mulberries here. We can get silk, cotton, and process all that kind of textile-y stuff over here and make some more clothes, and then hopefully be able to not only clothe these people, but ship it over here and get these guys all going as well. We do have a transfer station a little bit south for this area, but we could put another one in up north here to deal with a lot of this textile-y stuff, which probably would be a good idea. Probably want to do that for sure. Okay, we got our textile mill done. Let's go ahead and go cotton cloth, get that stuff rolling in. And I am going to double it up since we have so much. And I'm going to put this at like 2,000. Let's get that going. And then these guys can be cotton cloth. So let's give it a second. Let's get some cotton cloth built up. And this is also going to be helppful for our bedding factories. Do we have that now too? Oh, we did not get bedding. Bedding's right here. So we got to go 2 more down in our sawmill. We could get it. Do we want to get it? Yeah, let's get it. We might as well. So let's go ahead. We'll get remodeled toilet. We'll get bedding. And then let's go ahead and get construction techniques. And we'll just leave it at that. And then furniture, I think we think about here pretty soon. We got the planks. We have some cut stone. We have some steel. Not the greatest. This other stuff, we're not quite there yet. So we're just going to hold off on the furniture, I think, for now. But we do have a couple other things that we can build. We have a boarding school. And we have an academy we can build. So let's go ahead, and this could take some lanterns and furniture and building kits. So we don't have that stuff. But what we could do is order that stuff, and that would take, of course, a little bit to get here. But let's put it in. We probably won't do it this episode, but we'll get it in. And then a buildings or a boarding school would be cool too. School-age children will live and study in the boarding school, and their efficiency increases after graduation. It's just like a school, except instead of living in the houses, they live there, which I think could be good. And we have a person that was working here die off, so we're kind of in a little bit of a pickle as far as our production of herbs go, but we do have a little bit of a stockpile, so we'll just kind of hold on to that. And then our water is in the green, but we're at 0, so hopefully these 4 more workers in the well are going to be good. And then we do have some more citizens on the way, which is going to be great. I'm absolutely going to accept those people. And then we want to get some more houses built up, right? So where is our market? Here's our market. So we could get a couple houses in here. We could do at least 8 more houses. We could do a few more down here as well. So let's go ahead and we'll put a couple more houses in there. We'll just grab the regular old houses. We don't have luxury houses yet. And there we go. A couple little 2x2s, nothing too wild. And then we'll just close this off right here. I'll keep that same pattern going. So that's going to help a little bit, not super great. Okay, one citizen want new houses. So what that's going to do, we'll get that person their house, and then we will get these apartments emptied out if they have people in them. And that's what I want to have. I want people to have their own houses. And this guy will be done soon. It looked like, according to that one we clicked on, this had 0. So these apartments are kind of a waste of time, but I like to have apartments. So when you get a big boost of population, they're utilized. So I like that a lot. We'll just keep those guys rolling in. Okay, we'll get our mulberry built up over here, and then I did grab us another seed. I think it was potatoes. Nothing crazy, just something different. We got the potatoes going on. We can get those started. Once these guys get here, maybe I'll do a couple more farms in here. I'll do some potatoes in here or something. How are we doing on spirits? 23, not great. But we do have tons of agave. Let's get our water situation figured out before we do any more of that monkey business here. So let's just take a look at our production for beverages. We are doing okay with that. Looks like definitely want to keep that up though. And I think we'll do a couple more reservoirs to replace these well workers. We would much rather have the reservoirs than the well workers. And let's see if we can get one over here. It doesn't look like it's going to fit on this little island. It would be a neat little spot. Okay, yeah, it'll work right there. We'll put that there. Utilize the island for something else other than just a little passageway. I did this in between episodes. I watched the people go all the way up and around to get over here, and I thought it might be a good idea to have another way to go. So I put these 2 bridges in just to connect it, and you can see it's getting utilized. So that's great to see that I didn't waste my time with that. But that's good. This guy's getting built up. We paused that, so that's not going to continue to use our planks. We're at 209 planks already. Look how quickly that was. Not too bad. And we were using our planks over here. Did this stuff get built up? Okay, yeah, we got our textile mill. We got this guy going in. 251 cotton cloth. Let's go ahead and get this guy working with a tailor. I'm going to swap out this one person. So now I have that one extra laborer. And then I'm going to switch this to be cotton cloth. Just because it's something that I can be a little bit more consistent with. Is my thought process with that. Then we will reduce this clothing number, and then people will stay warm in the wintertime, and it's just better overall. So we're going to start working on here. All right, so our immigrants just got here. We're looking pretty good. I want to show you a little bit what we got. So we had that one more point that we got for technologies, and I decided to grab the pharmacy. So we got pharmacies on the way. I put it over here. It's going to be using up a little bit of fats. So we have our fat processing right in here. So I thought that was a good spot for it. Pop that guy right there. And then we have 16 more laborers. I want to put a couple more people into the fat stuff while we're talking about it. And then this butcher has been sitting for who knows how long. Got a little bit of buffalo meat. Looks like 68, not a ton. So we'll process that. And then we'll get some more meat chops. And oh, this is a new deal too. So if you hover over this, it says hunger 10 and then health minus 20. So that's kind of interesting. Little thing there actually tells you some stats. Looks like somebody's needing some timber here, so let's go ahead and support for 400 timber. We got plenty of that. That should give us a little bit of rep. There we go. And then since we have a handful of laborers, what I want to do is, oh, look at this is a different as well. Our little people here. I think this would be our rep with each one, so that's neat that they do that. I want to get some more cats. So I did have a bunch of cats, but we sold all of those guys. So I think what we're going to do is get a handful here. I'm going to go with 10. We'll purchase the cats. But what I also want to do is get into some more planks. And I just kind of want to order these things so that we have them here and get them going. But I wanted like 1,000 planks. I don't have that much weight we can't carry, so we can't quite do that. If I took that to, ooh, I don't even think like, what does 50 look like? Okay, 50 would work. Let's go with 100. 100 would work as well. So let's get 100 planks on the way, and then we need a little bit of those kits for the academy. And we do have a school, but we'll try out the building kits here. And I do have the things to make the building kits, but we're just not quite there yet. So we can afford 40 of them. That's what we need. So let's go ahead with that. And then while we're going here, what I want to do is sell some items. And then let's go stat. And then we have 58 statues that we can sell. So let's go ahead and do that. And so now we are going to be getting some money, as well as some kittens, some planks, and some building kits, as long as I can do it. Looks good. Not gonna loop for people. Do it. So this is cool. I like that this tells you, so everybody's color coded. I didn't know if you noticed that. We go form. It's purple, orange, green, and a red. So that's neat. That's all color coded. You can see this quickly at a glance where we're going. Going to Rania. So super neat. I like that update. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and form another caravan. Let's go with Lorenzo. I'm not really looking at prices at this point. I'm kind of just doing more for rep for Lorenzo. But actually, if we go here, we get that cooking buff. So maybe we'll do this. We want to get a couple more items. So furniture, that was for the academy as well. We need 40 of that. So we're going to purchase that. And then finally, we need some lanterns. So we don't have land. There we go. We don't have lanterns, but we do have the oil. So we'll just go ahead and grab the lanterns here. They need 80, so okay, we can afford it. Great. Having some money is fantastic. So we have the kitchen, the kits, the furniture, and the lights for that stuff. And then I wanted some more planks to continue to work on our infinite graveyard action. So as far as weight goes, we could do a couple more. Let's go with 250, see how that works out. A little bit high, so we'll just go with 200 and we'll call it good. So there we go. Let's get this happening. We're not going to sell anything much that I want to sell, but we're going to form and we're going to get this stuff on the way. So that'll be great as well. We got double going out. So we got those caravans moving out, get those loaded up, and we can go do some trading. We have our textile mill working. We got our tailor working. So you can see we're in the green with clothing finally. And then it looks like we're kind of falling short with our domestic fuel. So I'm going to buff this up just a touch. We're already down to 2 laborers. Go quickly for sure. Get that happening there. And then these guys, oh, they're in the caravan. That's where they're going. That's where 8 of them went, of course. So we'll get these guys built up. We got our silkworm shed looking for mulberry leaves. We don't have any yet because we don't have anybody working the orchard. Oh, we've just got 2 laborers, looks like. Great. So let's go ahead and we'll put 1 person right there, get that started at least. And then we can start to make silk. And then we got our bedding factory up here as well. We're just going to be looking for wool or feathers and silk. So we don't have any wool, and we probably don't have a ton of feathers. I don't think so. Let's go see if we got our geese. Okay, we are getting feathers, so we do have some. So that'll be great. And this guy's still waiting for cut stone. And then down over here, we got some planks. We have some bricks, but I paused this because I'm trying to do other stuff. We'll get this thing built up pretty quickly here. Now that we're going to start to trade for some of that stuff. Bricks are going to be a thing we're going to need to trade for. So here's the forge that's going to make the building kits. I do have this set for glass because we're not using glass nearly as much as we're using brick. But planks and sawmill or steel go here, so it's gonna be a thing. I'm gonna get this started. We have 3 laborers. I'll just kind of hang out now. Oh, now back up to 4. Okay, great. So yeah, we're getting laborers pretty quickly, and we did get our mines upgraded over here. Well, one of them. So we got our senior mine now, and this guy's in the process of being upgraded. So we'll have another one ready to go when we need it. And then as far as techs go, we're all used up since we have our pharmacy. So let's go see if that thing is built yet. It's not quite built yet. We're waiting for some cut stone. Don't I have a masonry shop? Let's get that guy working again. Get some more cut stone happening here. We have a good amount of rocks, so we're doing okay with that. But we're green with food. Our water's looking much better. We did have this, but it didn't get built yet. We're still waiting on 20 clay. But I do have 3 more workers in our big wells over here, so that's happening. These guys are working hard. We got 1 more up here that's working hard, so that's great. Water's dealt with. Medicine is kind of in trouble. I did put in a worker onto this water nursery, but I think I'm going to do some more of these. Get our medicines back up. Wood's looking good. Everything else looking good. And then we get down to fuel. Kind of getting a little rocky. So if we swap this from planks, we're only at 200 planks. Let's get that to like way higher. 2,000. We can, oh, dang it. We lost a caravan. Insurance payout was 8,000 approximately, but I'm not sure which one it was. So that was the one that was going to go get us cats, I believe. Yeah. So we could form another caravan, but we don't have any workers to do it because those people died. So we weren't going to get our cats, and we're not going to get those other things that we ordered. So whatever this is going to give us, that's what we're going to get out of that. Unfortunate that happens pretty often. And we could dedicate more workers to reduce that chance of happening, and that might be worth it here because it keeps happening. We're at 500 cat for glass, and that's great. I'm going to cut the worker back by 1. This guy is doing great. Let's put another worker in here to get some more clay coming in. We have the sand, so we should be all right with that. I think we have sand, right? Yeah, decent amount of sand. And then this guy's working, and we got our steel working. So we're doing pretty great. I'm pretty happy with where we're at. And let's see, what else can we do here? I'm gonna wait for this pharmacy to get going. We need the cut stone, and then we want to also get our bedding workshop and everything over here working. It looks like our bedding factory is, so let's go ahead and we'll get in here. We don't have linens. We're not worrying about linens, but we are worrying about cotton cloth. So let's get some feathers happening. We'll get some bedding sets. Bedding sets are going to be good for hospitals. We can use them to upgrade our houses. So they're totally useful. Super good to have. And then we might want to have another textile mill even to produce some more cotton cloth. Our cotton is keeping up. It looks like our cotton cloth stores are not. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make another textile mill, and we'll plop this guy right next to her. Keep that coming in. Silkworm shed. We got our dense orchard working very slowly. We only got 1 worker on it. We could put another worker on there, but I think I'll leave it for now. And then this thing will get built up, and then we could start to make some silk, and we'll be looking great. So I'll bring it back as soon as we get this textile mill built up and this pharmacy built up, and then we can take a look at those. All right, welcome back. We got our pharmacy up and running finally. We got some herbs in there and fats in there for a little bit of medicinal oil, so that's pretty great. And then we are looking at these, and so premium medicines, so cotton cloth, cotton to bandages. I like that. We're gonna get that going eventually here. I'm building a second pharmacy. I'm gonna do that in the second pharmacy, and then we can go into medical alcohol as well. So we could even do a third pharmacy and get into that. There's so many good things that these things provide. It's just, you can get into all of them, and it's super great. We'll probably do it one more even on top of that and do the ointments. We could use honey as well. We need to get an apiary going. We don't have any honey in reserve, so maybe we need another one or one to begin with. I don't know if we have one. I think we do, but we'll put it in if we need it. And I was just kind of looking at the buildings with this new patchy update or whatever they did. So if we look at this dense farm, there's a couple things here. So structure effect, that's new. Educated worker bonus and no resource bonus. So that means our workers, or at least probably the majority of them, are educated. So they went to school, they graduated. That's cool. And then no resource bonus. I'm not sure what a resource bonus is. You can see none of my farms have resource bonus, so I'm not sure if that's one of these, if the whole is gonna provide the resource bonus, or what that means exactly. If you know, please let me know, and then we can all know. And same kind of deal here. We got uneducated worker, no. Same kind of deal here. We got uneducated worker, and then no resource bonus on the pasture. And I also noticed that the warehouses look a little different. If you caught that before I did, probably. And then one other thing I was just talking about recently was the durabilities of tools. So we looked at this and it said more durable, and I said, well, more durable than what? What does that mean? So now we go stone tools. See, it says durability in the third line there: 100, 150, 250, and 250. So hardwood tool and obsidian tools are the same hardness. So that's really good. The difference, of course, is hardwood tools need hardwood, obsidian tools use timber. So pretty interesting. Glad that they put that in. Super handy, super nice. And I would assume then, if we go to tailor, that the tailor has durability. Yes, it does. See 400 on the rough clothes, same line, 3. So if we could find another not rough clothes tailor, which we're still working on, we would probably see another durability line. And it looks like just in time, our clothing factory is completed. So let's take a quick peek at this. So we have our rough clothes for 400, down jackets for 450, luxury coats 500, gowns 750. So let's see, there's a custom gown too, 1,000. So custom gowns, that's the way to go if you're trying to go the maximum best. So 1,000 durability, 6 temperature. So I love that they put that detail in there. That makes it much more clear. So Thanks for doing that, developers. And then one other thing that I was kind of thinking about and looking around at was our transfer stations, which we do have a handful of them in, but these are a little bit different. There's also quick porter is a new thing. That's a new tech, I believe. I don't think it was there before. It was delivery, manual power, and then market expansion. Transfer station. We have supply depot. Workers will store designated items in the structure for storing type buildings. Any citizen can take and use the resources. And then the delivery center. So we have delivery center and delivery terminal, it looks like. Delivery center workers will take the selected materials to nearby production buildings from storage. And then the delivery terminal can transport selected raw materials to a supply station for nearby production buildings within the scope. Can improve the processing efficiency. So this is quite the chain, it looks like. But it looks like this delivery terminal brings the stuff here. Everybody can take and use the building, the resources there. Well, like that's kind of what the transfer station did. No, they go to warehouses specifically. Okay, so yeah, let's just move the goods around. But it looks like I need a worker in there, so I'm gonna plop one in for sure and get those things moved around. Transfer station doesn't do us any good if nobody's working on it. And we got our other one over here, and it looks like these are also new artwork. It's just a little pile of things now instead of a little building, which that's cool too. I keep having this issue where it's wintertime, it gets cold. Kind of weird how that happens, right? But what's weird is that I have our boiler room here, because my thought was, hey, instead of them having to go all the way to the houses to get warm, they can just stop in here. And you can see we got people trickling in there for sure to heat up, but the majority of people walk right past this. So I'm not really sure what the dealio is with that, but it's worth it. They're using it a little bit, so I'm glad that we have that in there. We got another one up here. You can see we got people running in there right now. Perfect. And then we got a batch of immigrants that we are absolutely going to accept. 18 this time. Nice. And it looks like we have another dealio here and another one here. Output of gathering structures plus 10. Let's go ahead and do that. And then here, obtain tech points or education proficiency. Let's go tech point. And then now we have that. And I think that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next episode of Settlement Survival. Have a fantastic rest of your evening, day, or night.